On March 2000, a couple jogging along Canyon Creek Road near the Mount Baker Highway in Whatcom County, Washington, noticed clothing on the side of the road and tangled in trees. In the densely wooded area, at the bottom of a steep embankment, the couple discovered a badly damaged white 1993 Jeep Cherokee, registered to Leah Roberts, from Durham, North Carolina. In and around the vehicle were Leah's passport, checkbook, credit card, driver's license, clothing, cash, jewelry, and other items. Leah Roberts, as well as her kitten, were not at the scene. Police discovered that the car had been travelling 40 miles per hour when it drove off the road and rolled multiple times down the embankment. Despite the severity of the crash, there was no blood or other signs of injury that would have probably occurred, leading investigators to speculate that there was nobody inside the vehicle when it crashed, and it was possible that the accident was planned or staged. However, adding to the mystery, pillows and blankets were hanging inside the windows, suggesting that someone had used the vehicle as a shelter after the crash. Leah Roberts had been reported missing on March 13 by her sister after nobody had seen the 23-year-old since the 9th. Leah's sister and friend searched her room and noticed that a lot of clothing was missing, as well as her kitten, Bee, along with the animal's cage and other supplies. The pair found a note that said, "I'm not suicidal, I'm the opposite." In the note was enough cash to cover the next month's rent and expenses. After speaking with friends, it seemed as though Leah had decided to go on a soul-searching road trip and would return home eventually. She had withdrawn thousands of dollars from her bank account and had used a debit card to pay for motel rooms across the country. The last transaction on the card was a fuel purchase on the 13th in Brooks, Oregon. Police contacted Leah's sister about the discovery of the crashed vehicle. It was not something she wanted to hear on her 26th birthday. On the theory that Leah had managed to walk away from the crash, investigators searched the woods with dogs and helicopters, but there was no trace of the missing woman. A man called the sheriff's office to report that he and his wife had seen Leah looking disoriented and confused at a gas station in Everett, Washington, shortly after her car was found. The man hung up before identifying himself, and there were questions about the legitimacy of the sighting. Among Leah's belongings was a box of mementos from her travels that gave investigators a clearer timeline of when she had arrived in the area. A ticket stub from a March 13 afternoon showing of American Beauty at the theaters in Bellingham, Washington's Bells Fair shopping mall indicated that she had spent a few hours in the city after she arrived following the 5-hour drive from where she had purchased fuel in Oregon. At the mall's only sit-down restaurant, police were directed to 2 men who had sat on either side of Leah at the restaurant's counter that day. They recalled that she had a fondness for novelist Jack Kerouac, and that she was in the Pacific Northwest on a spiritual journey. One of the men claimed that she had left with another customer named Barry. He provided enough information that a composite sketch was made, however no one else in the restaurant, including the other man sitting next to Leah, could remember seeing Barry. Whether the man known as Barry exists is unknown. If he does, he may have the answers to Leah Roberts' whereabouts. In 2006, new detectives were assigned to Leah's case. They decided to perform a more detailed examination of the wrecked vehicle. Looking under the hood, it was discovered that a wire to the starter relay had been cut, meaning that the car could have accelerated without someone pushing down on the gas pedal. This confirmed early suspicions that the accident was staged, and that it was probable that nobody was in the car. A fingerprint was also found under the hood, and male DNA was discovered on some of Leah's clothing. Investigators became suspicious of the man at the restaurant, who was certain the missing woman had left with the man named Barry. He was a mechanic, and had moved to Canada sometime after Leah had gone missing. Fingerprint testing was conducted, and the man's fingerprint was not a match for the fingerprint found under the hood of Leah's car. Repeated searches of the area of the accident have failed to uncover anything new in the years following Leah Roberts' disappearance. Investigators and Leah's family continue to hope that one day there'll be a piece of evidence that will blow this truly bizarre case wide open.